The 3 R's.
Life's an everyday adventure. That's my philosophy. I'm not sure I tell my parents often enough, but I think they're great people. They love me, and I love them right back. I think they also really love each other.
It's date night tonight, Miss Molly,
my father said as he gave me a hug. I love it when he and my mom go out for date night. Sure, I miss them, but I get to see Zoe, the babysitter.
Zoe will be here soon, Sweet Pea, and I've ordered a pizza for you two,
my mother said, smiling. She knows I love both Zoe and pizza. As I waited for Zoe, my toes began tingling in my moccasins. Zoe goes to school at a university, and she is really smart. She is always learning something new and loves to teach me things too. I couldn't wait to find out what Zoe would talk about tonight. The doorbell rang, and I flew to the door to answer it. It was Zoe on her bike with a pizza. "Zoe!" I said as I ran to give her a big hug. I took a step back, then asked with wonder, "Hey, wait a minute. Why are you on a bike? And how did you know to bring a pizza?"
Molly, you're so smart to have noticed. Well, I told your mom that I was working on an energy-saving project for school. When I mentioned I'd be riding my bike over, she asked me if I could pick up the pizza on my way,
Zoe said as she took off her bike helmet and parked the bike by the front door. "But aren't you sweating? Wouldn't you have used less energy if you drove a car?" I asked as we walked to the kitchen. Zoe answered, "As always, Molly, you've made a very intelligent observation. I did use a great deal of energy by riding my bike, but a car uses way more energy. It only takes a couple of pieces of pizza to fill me up, but it takes a lot of gas and oil to fuel a car." I never thought of that. Cool, I responded as I began to think of how many pieces of pizza it takes to fill me up.
"Bye, Sweet Pea,"
my mother and father said at the same time. "Have a great date," Zoe and I said at the same time. We all laughed, then my parents gave me a kiss and left for their date. Zoe and I chatted about all sorts of things as we ate our pizza. When we got back to talking about her energy-saving project for school, she got really excited. She talked so fast I almost couldn't keep up.
A simple way to think about energy saving is the 3 R's,
Zoe said. Then she explained what the 3 R's were. Reduce, reuse, then recycle. I think we have to add a 4th R. Remember, I said as we both laughed.
I know it sounds difficult, but when you begin thinking about the 3 R's, it's not only simple, it's fun. Let's take one of the R's, reuse,
Zoe said as we finished cleaning up after dinner.
When you're finished with something, can you do something else with it before you throw it away?
Zoe asked. Well, I think so, I said, rather confused.
Aha, the pizza box, a perfect example,
Zoe said as she grabbed it. Then she asked me what else we could use the square, flat box for. I thought for a moment, then tossed out some ideas. I could keep my paper dolls there. I could store my drawings. I could make a sign for my father's thinking room. Wait, it's my mother's birthday next week and my father's the week after. I could make them birthday cards. Zoe was very pleased.
"Molly, you get it. Perfect idea."
Zoe cut the box at the seam to make 2 giant cards while I ran to get some markers. We thought of a theme for each card, then began to draw and color. On my mother's card, we drew all of her favorite things. Me, my father, the dog, food, sunshine, trees. We couldn't stop. My mother had a lot of favorite things. On my father's card, we wrote all of his favorite words, at least the ones I knew and that Zoe could spell. As we continued to color, Zoe shared that we also reduced, which was another R. We did not buy a new card or use a new piece of paper for the cards. We reduced our use of new paper and used the old pizza box. We were saving energy all over the place. We finished coloring and I was convinced these were the best birthday cards I had ever made. They were huge and colorful, and they were my first ever reused cards. I knew my parents would be very proud. We walked all over the house to find the best hiding place for them. As we did, I noticed Zoe kept turning off the lights. I finally asked Zoe why she was turning off all of the lights. She told me it was another easy way to save energy. If you're not using something electrical, like a light or a TV or a computer, it is best to turn them off so you don't waste energy. Zoe was full of great ideas. We placed the birthday cards under my mattress so my parents wouldn't see them until their birthdays. We sat on my bed and talked some more. Who knew a pizza box could be so useful? We reused the box to make birthday cards for my parents, and we reduced the use of paper because we used the cardboard from the pizza box for the card. I said happily. What about the last R? Recycle? Zoe questioned. Yes, we will recycle them after my parents read them, I quickly responded. We were on a roll, and I was now finally tired. As I was getting ready for bed, Zoe shared one more cool thing. She said I shouldn't leave the water running while I brushed my teeth. That would save water, which saves energy, which saves the earth. Pretty great ending to a day. Saving the world as I brush my teeth. Learning about the 3 R's, reduce, reuse, and recycle, was awesome. Not only are they simple ways to make a difference in the world, they are a world of fun. Molly Moccasins, everyday adventurer.